Hello, beautiful beings. I hope you're well. I hope you're fantastic. And I hope you're good. If you're new to my channel, welcome. And if you're returning, welcome back. And thank you guys for being here. I truly appreciate it. I truly appreciate you sharing your energy with me. I really do. So today I was guided. I actually had four messages. This is my last one, I think, for the day. I got a download, and the download was, it is yours. It will always be yours. Show that talent. You know. Um. Yeah, I'm struggling with this one. I guess g- probably this one is very, very near and dear to me. Um. But then I decided, you know what? Let me just pull a card. Let me just pull a card and see what they're talking about. The card that came out was the High Priestess. So and I'm glad that it actually guided me there. So it is yours. It will always be yours, and show that talent. And that talent for me is that, that high priestess energy, that high priestess where you can create a new creator of things. You moved from being the magician. And you started the journey. You had all the tools in the world that you needed to do what you needed to do. You've journaled, you've done the subconscious mind stuff, but now you're not showing that talent. You're not showing who you are, and it's probably because you fear something. But even there, I know I fear this, but I'm gonna go for it. Um, so what this is basically saying for me is like, take up your space. Take up the space that belongs to you because it's yours and nobody else's. So do that. Do what you need to do and take up that space, right? It is your talent. Nobody else can do it like you do. That's why I say be you, be beautiful, you know, be bold because you have to be courageous. You have to have the courage. And I think this is about the courage to do what you are asked to do, what your soul came here to do. Your soul's blueprint knows why you're here. And it knew every trauma and every wound and everything that has happened to you in this lifetime. It knows it, and it knows that that's the thing that gets you to where you need to be. And that's the things, those are tools and the resources that you required to go show off this talent, to go show off who you really are. And this is literally you gifted. So you're someone or a collective that has done the work, that has done everything. And you are going to be gifted this thing, this, and then I guess with the high priest, this, I have solar plexus for some reason, but I know it's sacral, more sacral than solar, that is saying now be bold and have the courage and be confident in the creativity that you have. And if you think you're going to fail, you will not fail because what the universe knows and what your higher self knows is that you will always be guided by your intuition. You will always be guided by your crown chakra and your third eye in expressing what you need to express because there's purple, blue here, and indigo. Is it indigo? Yeah. So which remind me of the higher up chakras, And there's a tiger here. I don't know why tiger. I guess I don't know what I'd say about a tiger. But a lot of it is follow intuition, follow what you need to do, follow what you're guided to do because you know what you need to do. You know your talents. You know where your talents lie, and you also have the wisdom to do what you need to do. You truly have the wisdom, and that wisdom that you have is the talent, the other part of the talent that will shed the light on what you need to do. So stop overthinking it. Trust in the process. Trust in what you've been guided to do, because what you've been guided to do um, is within your soul's blueprint. And whatever you're going to create magic. You are going to create magic. But the only person that can create this magic is you. Nobody else. There might be 15 to 20 or 1,000, 100,000, a million people who do this, but nobody will do it like you. Nobody will do it the same way that you do. And the reason I say that is because you have done the work. Because, yeah, I know I normally collect with people and in a collective that have done the work. You've done the work. But it's only that part of you that needs to believe. It's only that part of you that needs to burn that solar plexus, to put it on fire. That is also stems from the fears of the sacral chakra, the inner child chakras, the inner child chakras, the inner child wound, which I know you've worked on, and I know you continue to work on it. It's a lifetime thing. It's not going to heal itself. It's going to heal itself today, tomorrow, next week. It's one of those lifetime things that we have to live with, because if we don't live in what, can I call it a dark side? I'm not saying our inner child wounds are dark, But if you're not living with those parts of our life, then we're not in true balance, because harmony and balance come when you live with both these two, the light and the dark. Because when the fear comes, you must say, oh, thank you. Thank you. Now I know. Now I know. I was doing my human design the other day. I always do my human design. Always go through it to understand it. As it said, not self-esteem is anger. The other day I was so angry. And I'm like, not self-esteem. Now I know. Because if I didn't understand my shadow parts, I wouldn't understand who I am, and I wouldn't understand, okay, what triggered that. And it turned out what triggered that was actually something that I got when I was a kid, and I expressed myself a lot through anger because of my childhood wounds, because felt nobody's seeing me, nobody's hearing me, which is where the fear of not being seen, or fear of being seen, actually comes from, because the times I wanted to be seen, nobody was seeing me. So yeah, so work with that, and I know this collective does work with that. It does do those things, but that last part, I know it's the most difficult part. You've done everything. You've done everything you can. How dare you ask me to do more? This part is the part that requires you to just go in a little deeper into that spiral, because that's when then you get to know who your true self is. And that's when then you see all those things that the universe has shown for you. And is, I mean, the universe, that actually, that place that the universe has put for you and has shown you. I guess you've been shown, because it said shown. I said shown, right? So I guess you know it. You've been shown where you belong, but you're just avoiding where you belong, because it means that there's a little bit part of a little bit more work you need to do. So trust in yourself, trust in the universe, trust in where you're guided and what you're guided to do, because with that, then it will come. The answers will come. Not even the answers. I guess the courage. I want to say the courage will come. And you're gonna transmute all these energies. You're gonna transmute all these energies. You're gonna shift them, and they are gonna expose, not expose, but show your truer self. They're gonna unveil your true gifts. That last bit that is like, this is the hardest. Everybody says it's the last bit. I know, I've been there. But the minute you also switch your mind and say, you know what, this is a lifelong thing. It's a lifelong. I'll always be like this. Let me do it. Let me do it. For me, it's a lifelong thing that of being seen. Don't even want my hands to be seen. So therefore, it's a lifelong thing, guys. I completely understand. So then you ask yourself, how then do I do what I need to do? The most important thing for me was to express myself, and to express, and to talk, and to talk. If you know me, you'll know I hate talking. And to talk, and to say I got downloads, because sometimes you're like, oh, people are like, but these days at least nobody like goes, oh my goodness, you're a healer, you know. So yeah, so it will unveil all these gifts that you have, but also not bad. And the download I'm getting is that you will move with grace. You will move with grace, like a Shaolin master. That's what I had. You will move with so much grace, jumping from one place to another. You will move, and things will just work out for you in such a way. I guess that's where the jumping from one place to another will work out for you, that you will be so surprised at this thing. You will be so surprised at how everything has worked out, and it's going to work out for you once you click that last bit thing. Once you click that last piece of information. Like for me, and I think I said in another video, it's the last piece for me was the fact that I had to go back to marketing, because nobody was reading my books, nobody was buying my books, nobody was coming to my channel. But I was like, that's because you don't do marketing. Now you're feeling like a failure. Now I'm like, all right, yeah, I gotta do this. So now I'm like, okay, speak about your workbooks. So I created workbooks, and these workbooks are, if you're starting to journal, and know most of the collective, it's people who are in their journey already. But if you're new and you're new in the journey, the workbooks are great. They're guided workbooks. They've got vision boards. They can color in with intention. And I advise you, if you can, and if you're able to, use it and do it outside. Journal outside. It's the most beautiful thing ever. You connect to nature. You'll get the downloads. I don't want to say easier and faster, but it's going to be a nice, more experience, and a more earthly experience for you. Wherever you are, just be there, and just be within your journal. It will be so nice, and your guided workbook, because it's not just journal for the sake of journaling. It's guided, especially for those who don't know what questions to ask. It will prompt you. It's prompted journals and exercises and meditation, and I have about 4 of them. I'll put them up in the description box. And that was also like for me, like, oh, do I have to do this? No, I'm sounding like an advert. with all the strategies that I wrote as a researcher. But I'm like, and sometimes like it's gonna come natural, girl. It's gonna come natural. You're gonna do it. You're gonna do it. So yeah, this is, and I'm so glad I'm doing naturally. So yeah, and okay, back to this. So yeah, so be brave and be honest with yourself, and give yourself the roses that you need and you deserve. I don't know why that came through. Give yourself the roses that you need and you deserve, because every time um we go through something, we almost like take it for granted of the amount of work we did. So if you go and you appreciate the work that you did, you'll also realize that actually this is mine. I deserve this. This has always been mine, So yeah, and that will illuminate your journey. It almost like will give you the hope and faith that everything's going to be okay, especially when you start seeing the jumps within the timelines that you have. And the best, because now you're not jumping within wooden timelines, you're going to jump within timelines that you're supposed to be meant to be, until you get to the one now. Once you're completely done all the work you've done, the truest, highest vibrational timeline that you could ever be in. And also this is because you worked um on your subconscious mind, and your enlightened subconscious mind, is the one that's helping you to increase your vibrational frequencies and increase those. Uh, gives you the ability to jump through the better timelines for you, and the better uh, vibrational frequencies, if I may put it like that. So remember, this is just to say you belong in the timeline also, because it's not just a talent. You belong in the timeline. You belong in, if there's a conference that's happening and you just came out with a skill 3 months ago, and you just did that life coach skill certificate 2 months ago and 3 months ago, and you're thinking, no, but why are they calling me? They're calling you because you're meant to be there. They're not calling you for your certificate. They're calling you for your knowledge and your wisdom and all your experiences in life, because that's what makes you unique. They're calling you for your uniqueness, because what they need there, nobody else can say it except for you. Always remember that seed, nobody else can say it the way it's. Yes, there are 100 people that can say it. That this could apply to 100 people. But no, where you're being called to do what you need to do, that is meant for you. So don't doubt it. Don't doubt and ask yourself why. And if it makes you feel better, whatever makes you feel better, for me, it's doing my research. Do your research. Do your research. That gives you a little bit of confidence that when you get there. But when you get there, you will see everything flows. Especially when you prepared yourself, then everything flows. Just like you've been preparing yourself for that moment to be called there. Prepare, you've prepared, it will flow. You will get into those timelines. And when you get there, you're going to do that conference. And when you do that conference, you're going to be on that stage. And the next thing you know, somebody else is calling you for another stage. And then you're on a global stage, and then in this stage, and in that stage. And then you go, oh, my goodness, how did I get here? Because you did the work. And you took, and not took, but what is the word? Not grab. Honestly, English is not my first language. Grab with authority. I don't know what that word is. It's going to come one day. What truly deserves, what you truly deserve. You took it with authority, and you own. You see, such a simple word. I told you it's not my first language. You owned what truly belonged to you. And I am super proud of you for doing that. And at that moment, you will be super proud of yourself for doing that. The last card I have is Akasha. Your guidance is divinely guided. So the journey you're in, and when you're being asked, with the wisdom of the owl, um, to do what you need to do, remember that this is not something that you just stumbled upon. This is a lifelong journey that you've been through and you're going through, and it's something that your soul, something that's within your soul blueprint, and it's something that your soul signed up to do here. It's something that your soul said, I will do this for the collective. I would hold that space for the collective, because nobody else can do it the way I can do it. You're not comparing yourself. You're not saying you're better than anybody else. It's because of the experiences that your soul agreed to have, those certificates and the education and everything else, the emotional intelligence that you have. I forgot the word there. Those are the things that everybody is looking for, that you have and you can offer the world. I'm not saying specifically those things, but I'm saying the things about you that you have are the ones that the world is looking for, and the ones that your soul has agreed to come here and do. So with that, I think I'm going to close this session here. Thank you for being here, and thank you for exchanging energy with me. I truly appreciate it. We'll meet again next time. And always remember to be bold, be you, be beautiful. Sometimes I just forgot what the tagline is. Sometimes I'll mix them up, but I think I go with the flow, I go with the flow. So thank you very much and take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye.